this week on Christian World News. Israel and Hezbollah go head to head. See how it's affecting the Christians who are caught in the middle. Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Christian World News. I'm George Thomas.
And I'm Wendy Griffith. Thanks for being with us.
Joining us now for more is Dr. Rex Rogers, president of Sept. His group has been broadcasting the gospel via television and online programs in the Middle East and North Africa since 1996. Rex, great to have you back on the broadcast. You know, there are reports that Hezbollah supporters are reportedly forcing their way into Christian homes after fleeing the south. Are you hearing similar stories?
We are, and that's part of the problem. Hezbollah is regarded by some Lebanese as a terrorist group, as you've heard in the report here, but other Lebanese regard it as like freedom fighters. You know, they're doing things to help secure Lebanon in ways the Lebanese army is perceived not to be able to do. And of course, terrorist groups always try to create the most fear, state of panic, and uncertainty about when you're going to be hit is one of those kinds of things.
Is there any indication that Lebanese Christians are facing increased discrimination and persecution by Hezbollah since this all started a couple of days ago?
It's really hard to measure. I mean, Christians are a sizable minority in Lebanon and have enjoyed actually a relative degree of freedom of religion, unlike most other Middle Eastern, North African countries. And so we're grateful for that and don't want to lose that. But at the same time, there are periods of opposition and suppression or even persecution, generally not like you see in some of the other countries like Afghanistan, but it still happens.
How worrying is this time for the Christian community? Is there concern that fighting could erupt between Christians and Muslims, especially those Christians who don't support Hezbollah and don't want to give refuge for those who are fleeing from the south?
Well, that could happen, or simply the war escalate in that nation state, or even, of course, regionally, what everybody fears. But also, you have to think about this. You know, most Americans don't realize how small these countries are. Israel's about the size of New Jersey. Lebanon's about the size of Connecticut. Beirut is about 80 miles. The airport is about 80 miles from the Israel border. It's not that far. So it's not too hard to think about bombs being dropped. In fact, they already have been a little farther north. Even if they are hitting Hezbollah targets, then there are more civilians that can be under a great risk and duress.
How are you guys at Sept ministering to the Christians of Lebanon right now?
Well, we're doing that throughout, of course, the Middle East, North Africa, and we broadcast to everyone, but the Lebanese too. First of all, for their own staff, we've given our staff a choice of staying home if they need to. Schools are closed, for example, if they need to stay home with their children and work from there or work from the studios. And then we're broadcasting on a regular basis on Sat7 Arabic as much as possible. We run a ticker about a call to prayer. We run encouraging Bible verses. We talk about the sovereignty of God, obviously. And in some of our live programming, we're dealing not only with the conflict, but as you just did, with people who are right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Okay, Rex, you guys are doing terrific work and have been doing it since 1996. I've traveled extensively across the Middle East, and the ministry of Sept is powerful, and we pray that you continue to bring that message of hope in the midst of these difficult times for the Lebanese people. Dr. Rex Rogers of Sept, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir, and blessings to you.
Thank you, sir.